Hey y'all, say y'all. Peace and Palo Santo 6. It's your girl Divinely Lika. Welcome to our channel. Hope everybody's feeling amazing and all that good stuff. Today, hold on, let me see something. Okay, I had to get my camera angle a little bit better or whatever. But anywho, we're gonna jump right into it. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. Pulling from the Angel and Ancestor Oracle deck. To my returning viewers, what's up, y'all? Hey, family, cousins and stuff. My little soul cousins. Soul cousins, brothers, sisters. Hey, to my new subscribers, welcome to the family. Chill for a little while. Stick around. We spread love and positivity around here. Alright, but anyway, let's get into it. Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. Let me... The girl got some moon water. Got some moon water that, we had a, full moon in Leo on the... Full moon in Leo on the 25th. So I left some spring water out for a few days. Because, you know, the full moon energy, you get it 2 days before and 2 days after. So I just let that thing sit out there for a few days and it's nice and charged up. So, yeah, I feel like that'll be a nice little additive to my reading. All right, divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, prosperity, and protection. Please give me clear and accurate messages for the collective. Clear and accurate messages for the collective. What is it that they need to hear and know the most at this time? What is it that their divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors want them to hear and know the most at this time? What is it that their higher self want them to hear and know the most at this time? Please just block out any interferences as I get these messages across and protect my space. Any dark magic being sent to me or to my platform, I ask that you return it back to sender, magnified, and bind it to them. Protect my crown chakra as I get these messages across. And protect and open up my third eye chakra so that I can dive deeper into my intuition to give further clarification of the cards that come out today. Thank you so much, Spirit. Ashe, Ashe, and Ashe. Just want to call my divine ancestors into my sacred space to help me channel these messages. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's see what's going on. Collective. What is it that the collective need to hear and know the most at this time? There's one that keeps trying to come out and I'm like missing it. I don't know what it is. I felt like it was early in the deck. Whatever. What is it that the collective need to hear and know the most at this time? It says track down your fears and desires. Standing in your purpose, I'm hearing again. Shed old skin. But shed old skin kind of tried to come out in reverse. So this may be something that you're struggling with as far as just kind of releasing an old version of yourself that may no longer serve you. I'm hearing a version of yourself that has a lot of self-doubt or limiting belief systems. Give me one more, Spirit. Then you have Wise One. This one also kind of flipped out in reverse. And this is grow within your current situation. So you're struggling. It's like you have this, for some of you, you have like this desire, this drive to want to do something or maybe embark on something maybe that's outside of your norm, but you're really struggling getting out of your headspace and stepping into this new chapter. For some of you, you're in a process of stepping in a new chapter, but it was like forced. Like maybe tower moments led you to have to step in a new chapter. Like certain friendships are falling apart, relationships falling apart, work situations falling apart. And ultimately, if that's what's happening, it's happening to make space for something new, something better. But some of you are having aren't surrendering to the process, is what I'm hearing right now. You're having a hard time surrendering to the process. Let's get the textbook definitions of these cards. The first one, like I said, we have Hunter. And that says, track down your fears and desires. This did come out in the upright. Then we have Snake, shed old skin. And this could be like a version of yourself, or just, yeah, it's really a version of yourself. And that can be whatever's tied to that old version of yourself. Friends, relationships, a way of thinking, maybe a living situation, a work environment, something of that nature. And then we have Wise One, grow within your current situation. Somebody can have an ancestor who's trying to communicate with them. They're saying you're missing the messages. Won't listen. Won't listen. That's what somebody's saying. Let's move on to the Hunter card. Textbook definition of the Hunter card. See what's going on. $44. So it says, track down all of your fears, thoughts, and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. The only thing standing in between you and your desires is fear. But your gods are saying the fear isn't real. There's nothing to fear. You are safe. They say carry on. Carry on. They just wanted to get that out. Now they want me to carry on with the reading. Anyway, it says, track down all of your fearful thoughts and feelings. When you find them, you will find your desires too. The Hunter card is based on my favorite Celtic god, Cernunnos. Anyway, he is the stag god of the wild and represents both the hunted, and represents both the hunted and the hunter. Similarly, the hunter helps you connect with an energy that is both fearful and fearless. Your fears are the only thing that is standing between you and what you desire at this time. So you have to come face to face with them. As the hunter does with wild animals, and go beyond them. Extended message. It says, instead of being hunted down by your fears or other feelings that you have buried, become the hunter. You're being given confidence and strength at this time. So use your power to make a difference. You are not here to cower away or live in the shadows. You are here to realize your fullest potential. But this can only occur when you step up and do what needs to be done. When this card arises, there could be an opportunity to face an aspect of your past or bring closure to a situation that has been haunting you. If you are a man or identify as male, this card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. There could be a masculine for some of you, this is a divine masculine going through a spiritual awakening, and you're really just having a hard time with navigating through the stages, because there are different stages of a spiritual awakening. Some are very beautiful, some can be very challenging. So for you, it may be the stage of surrendering it, because quite frankly, once you're awakened, you can't go back to sleep. So like once you go through a spiritual awakening, there's no like, oh, I can't. No thanks. No, it's too late. You're already on the ride at this point. So the best thing you can do to get through it is to honestly surrender to the process, surrender to the changes. If it seems like the universe is making certain things fall apart, you're not going to try harder to keep it together. You're going to allow it to happen because they're making space. Now, while it's happened, it may look like tower moments, like everything is fucking going to shit, but it's for a greater purpose. You just don't see it yet. So it says, if you're a man or identify as male, this card represents your masculinity and an opportunity to know yourself more deeply. If you are a female or identify as female, this card represents your capacity to be strong and powerful and overcome limitations. So somebody is struggling to get out of maybe a particular programming. It's like you really desire to do something, but you're in fear about it. And your spirit guides are saying, if you're scared, just take one step and we'll show you the next one. Just take one step towards the direction of where you know you need to be going. Because intuitively, some of you know what this is. So we have snake shed old skin. It says, cast off the old, reveal your true colors, talents, and gifts to the world. Y'all spirit guys is not playing with y'all. Somebody is really just sitting on untapped potential and they're like sick of your shit. And they have to be sick because it keeps coming out. Like, I'm not even pulling from the same decks I pulled from yesterday, and it's the energy's coming out again. Because first it came out with the African Goddess Rising deck, and now I'm speaking through my Angel Ancestor deck, and they get real loud in this particular deck when I channel from it. You're sitting on untapped potential. Somebody says that you're scared you're going to mess everything up, but you're not. Somebody's scared to take a leap of faith. Somebody's scared to bet on themselves. Worthiness wound. I'm hearing it again. I hate this. I really hate this for somebody. But you know what? It's really like a growing process. Like I think we all kind of hit this stage. Like when you're, especially when you're like getting out of a certain programming, like, you've been living real caught up in the matrix all your life. And now you you go through this spiritual awakening that's kind of getting you more in touch with your soul. And your soul has desires that the matrix can't fulfill necessarily. Working a 9 to 5 or and I'm not saying, first of all, maybe some people's soul, that is like what they want to do. There has to be workers at the end of the day, but for a lot of you, your soul has plans. Your soul has plans, and they need you to have more faith in yourself so you can step in the direction of them. Some of you are very wise and just have a lot of knowledge and wisdom to give people. Anyway, it says, cast off the old, reveal your true colors, talents, and gifts to the world. In many spiritual traditions, the snake, I just heard this too. Some of you, the healed version of you doesn't look like the healed version of you doesn't look like the hurt version of you. There's two different versions of yourself. And I think through your hurt, it's really just awaken certain things. Maybe awaken you to do some inner work, do some type of healing. And I think with that new version of yourself comes certain tasks and responsibilities. But it says in many spiritual traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine. In tantric traditions, the snake offers powerful medicine. In tantric teachings, it symbolizes the kundalini, which is powerful serpentine energy within that allows you to reach your highest spiritual potential. When the sacred ones saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew that there was transformation in the air. For me, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past or yourself. Spirit just said try to go a day practicing non-judgment, not judging anything. You're not going to judge anybody and you're not going to judge yourself. Try to go a full day. I actually want to challenge you all to do that because I came across that. Like, I have a book called The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. I love that book. It's really, really a good book. And I can't remember which law it is, but fuck, I really wish I knew what law that was. I really have to read that book again. It's like a Bible. It's one of those books you can read a few times, like, just for a little scripture. But anywho, try to go 24 hours of non-judgment, not judging yourself, not judging anybody else. Y'all, once y'all realize how much of a struggle that is, you'll be like, what the fuck? But try. Because you'll see just how much that we can be some of our biggest critics. Our own biggest insecurity is ourselves sometimes. Says, okay, so when the sacred ones saw a snake in nature or encountered one in a dream, they knew that there was a transformation in the air. For me, the snake card not only represents the shedding of old skin, but moving beyond the limitations caused by carrying the venom of negative thoughts about others or the past. The energy of renewal is washing over your life at this time. If for some time you feel that your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way. No. It says, as you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, I knew it. I just feel it and then it'll come out. Where did I read that at? It says, as you've been working through your old stories and all the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has created limiting experiences. Your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now the external world will begin to reflect all of the work that you've been doing within. If you feel someone you love has misunderstood you recently, they will be able to see beyond that if you're willing to recognize your own challenges. This is a time for renewal, abundance, and connection. Let yourself be reborn and celebrated. Some of you... See, it says your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now And now the external world will begin to reflect all of the work that you've been doing within. But that card came out in reverse. So I feel like shedding old skin is actually what you all are struggling with. And Spirit is just saying you have to just surrender to the process. Surrender to the process. Seize opportunities that come up. Especially opportunities that give you the opportunities that give you the chance to be able to network and maybe be around different people that you're not used to being around. You're shedding old skin, so that means you having to come out of your comfort zone of how maybe you've done things leading up to this point and actually switching things up a little bit. And if you're somebody who's struggling to get out of this particular programming of how you've done things for so long, start just doing small things to switch it up. If you go to the Planet Fitness in this neighborhood, try to go to another neighborhood. If there's a particular way you go to work, try to switch it up. The particular place you go to get coffee, try to go somewhere else. Try to hang out in different areas. You need to slowly but surely, because I'm really big on, just taking one step. You don't have to jump face forward into anything. Slow and steady wins the race. Shit. But yeah, just start doing small things to open your horizons to something different, to slowly but surely get you out of this conditioning or routine that you have that's tied to a version of you that quite frankly does not that no longer serves you, or it's not gonna serve where it is that you need to be headed. Yeah, Spirit says let yourself be reborn and celebrated. And what I'm hearing is you have a whole soul tribe for this, because you're going through a spiritual awakening, which means you're tapping into, the highest version of yourself. You're probably, detaching from your ego death. They call it ego death, but the ego never dies. It really doesn't go anywhere. You just kind of learn how to be able to identify your ego versus your higher self. Understanding like the things that you do based off a defense mechanism comes a lot from your ego than your actual higher self. The things you do to shield and guard and protect yourself, it typically comes from your ego. And even these stories of not feeling worthy or playing it small, that's your ego telling you that self. Your higher self knows that your abundance is limitless. That your potential is limitless. Your higher self knows that. It's your ego. And it's like, as you're going through this ego deafness awakening, Spirit is just saying to surrender to the process. Allow what needs to change. Because quite frankly, it's going to come to a point where you don't really resonate with your old self anymore anyway. And quite frankly, like, a lot of times people, it's like, we go through these changes and we want to take people with us, but everybody's not equipped to go through a spiritual awakening. It is not everybody's destiny to awaken in a particular in a specific lifetime. So, that's why they kind of use those sayings like, it's lonely at the top. I don't think it has anything to do with like anything external or like anything tangible, like, oh well, it's lonely at the top because I got more money than everybody. No, it's lonely at, like, when you elevate and you evolve, it is lonely at the top. Because spiritual awakening and tapping into the highest version of yourself, breaking outside of this 3D matrix reality and programming is the road less traveled. That's the path less traveled. So yeah, it can be very lonely at the top of that. You want to ascend above and past the matrix. But anyway, yeah. Surrender to the process. Then we have wise one. You do have a spirit guide, an ancestor. Somebody is trying to connect with you. Somebody just said she's not listening. Somebody specifically said she's not listening. But someone is trying to connect with you. This could be a mother figure. Doesn't have to actually be a mother, but a mother figure. Wise one. Let's see where that's at. So it says knuckle down. It says grow within your current situation. Yeah. Knuckle down, be reliable and committed. Be open to wisdom and insights from your elders. The wise one represents the wisest aspect of the goddess, the crone. In paganism, and modern Wicca, the crone is the fiercest, most psychic, and most aware aspect of the goddess because she has been through many of life's challenges and overcome many setbacks. On this card, this raven in her hands represents the capacity to overcome the darkest times and be reborn again and again. So she helps you to tap into wisdom to overcome whatever life throws at you. Wisdom being the information stored in your soul rather than the knowledge acquired in this lifetime, and to learn from the experience of your elders. Ali. So it says the wisdom of the wise one is based on something that the younger generation is often lacking: commitment and reliability. When this card appears, you're being guided to continue working on your growth and expansion within your current situation. Be committed to your tasks and projects. It can be very easy to get bored and or overwhelmed, but persevere. You're being reminded of how it feels to be let down and experience unreliability. And that is not what you were born to be. So keep working on what you're working on because it is going to be extremely beneficial for you in the long run. Yeah, like it's really kind of straight to the point. Quite like honestly, it's pretty straight to the point. Get out of this limited belief or this routine of doing things how you've always done things. It's time to switch it up. It's like you're going through an awakening. The old version of you is falling away and you're probably just trying your hardest to grasp on to what's familiar to you. It can feel scary. Like when you're going through a spiritual awakening or you're just, you're going through like an ego death and like old stuff, like, old versions of you aren't really resonating anymore. You're noticing you don't have the same stuff in common with a lot of people. The same shit you used to be okay with sitting around talking about and gossiping. It's like, it's just not doing anything for you anymore. Doesn't feel the same. Your diet, like your diet, your need to want to party and smoke and drink, it just changes. It just changes. And it's so weird. It's kind of like at some point your higher self just fucking takes over. I mean, at least that's how I think that's how it was for me. Like I just heard something say, you need to be clear so that you can hear. Like my soul wanted my vessel to be clean so that I could catch the downloads that I needed to catch. And it led me to no smoking, no drinking, no sex. And it wasn't even a hassle to do it. It's just like I let my soul guide me. And you know what, y'all? Something really beautiful I did, and I really kind of encourage you to do when you wake up. Literally, as soon as you wake up in the morning, when your brain is still foggy, immediately tell yourself, "I love you. I love you, whatever your name is. What can I do to make you happy today?" Or another one that I like to do, and I did this one today, and I actually really like that. I actually took this little tip from another reader that I really love. Her name is Mystic Beauty, but I kind of switched mine up because she kind of asked for for God to guide and cover her steps. So I kind of asked for my higher self. I gave my higher self permission to fully intervene and guide and guide and cover my steps for the day. And today was a little different than any other day. I sat in silence. Like something just told me your thoughts are cluttered because your space is cluttered. So I really just buckled down and organized everything in my house. And I just kind of did it in silence. It took me some hours to clean, to really clean how I wanted to. I went the extra mile, did the baseboards and all that good stuff. And I just kind of sat in silence. because my spirit kind of told me to do. That's what my higher self told me to do. Give them permission to intervene. If you're not 100% sure what to do, give them permission to intervene. And the very first thing that comes to mind for you to get up and do it. So I want to close this out with some messages from the universe. And probably some angel numbers. Y'all know I love me some angel numbers. And I really want to pull from angel numbers too, just because I feel like somebody has a spirit guide or an ancestor that's trying to communicate with them, and you're not catching the messages. And quite frankly, a lot of times our spirit guides and our ancestors, they do like to, spiritual belt. They like to communicate with us through numbers. Divine spirit guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family of the brightest love, light, healing, prosperity, and protection. Please give me clear and accurate messages for the collective. Clear and accurate messages for the collective. What is it that you want them to hear and know to close out this reading? What advice do you want them to take and hear and know to close out this reading? What it is that you desires you more. That's affirmation. Another affirmation. So you want to ask your higher self to cover and guide your steps. Higher self, God, whatever feels best for you and your soul. Guide and cover your steps for today. Remind yourself that you love yourself. You need to make sure you need to force yourself to feel worthy of what you desire. Because somewhere, somehow, something has happened in your life that makes you fear or question your worthiness. Or question that everything is going to be all right. Things are changing, and it's like you're walking into the unknown, but you're not trusting that what's coming is going to be something, that you actually desire. Spirit, tell me something. What does this person need to hear the most at this time? What does this person need to hear the most at this time? What does the divine collective need to hear the most at this time? Why do I feel like I'm talking to like one person specifically, or maybe a few, because I promise you this energy keeps coming out. That's why I don't even know how to elaborate on it, because it's like this has already come out before. Honestly, like the reading I may have did yesterday and the one before that. Cause I'll try to do a love, and then I'll try to do a something more personal. Girl, no, I'm big on self-development. Oh my gods, they be on point. It says the past is behind you now, so drop the fears and doubts, even though you may feel a little bit uncomfortable at the moment and slightly anxious over what is coming next. You are being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Your recent prayers have been heard, and you are currently being worked on. Like, you only have abundance and beautiful things coming. But, your spirit guides want you to focus more, because somebody is just, because they may be in this, that weird void space that I was channeling like a week or so ago, where it's like you're after the stage of the tower moments and you're before the stage of all of the blessings that are coming in. So it's like this right in the middle void, and you just don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if what's coming in the future is going to look like the past. You don't know why everything in the past had to fall apart. You're really anxious and nervous about what your next chapter looks like. And you really need to get out of your head. Because you're going to attract what you don't want by fearing the worst. So the other one that fell out was, just because something is not happening right now doesn't mean that it will never happen. Divine timing is at play. Be patient and trust the process. And the reason why whatever it is that you desire or trying to bring in for fruition isn't coming in right now is because your spirit guides want you to build your confidence. Your spirit guides want you to know, want you to Work on whatever worthiness wound or self-limiting beliefs that you have. Because a lot of you, like I said, the last time I channeled this energy, you are waiting to see it to believe it. When you need to believe it so you can see it. You are delaying your own blessings. But it's that unknown, that void, that little in between space can be so discomforting that you just want to hurry up. You want the universe to hurry up and fast forward to the part where everything, everything's right. Okay, you pushed me out of this job. Where's my new job? Where's my new partner? Where's my new friends? Where's my new? And Spirit said it's not time. It's not time. Not yet. You need to do some more work on yourself. What is it that you're afraid, you're scared shitless of? What? Of yourself? Of your own potential? Your spirit guides is like, what, you think we ain't got you? Fear and what? Not worthy what? You are divine. You are divine masculine. You are divine feminine. You are chosen. What? What are you fearing? What makes you think we don't got you? You may think because all that shit fell apart that we not looking out for you. We don't got your back. No, baby. We made that shit fall apart. Because we got to make space. We trying to make space. You're being worked on right now. Your spirit guide said you are being worked on right now. One of your guides just said, we're trying to remind your soul who you are. Your soul knows who you are. You don't know who you are. It says, if people are gossiping about you or spreading rumors, don't fall for it. No one is worth lowering your vibration for. Let it move through you. See it for what it is, which is a reflection of their pain rather than the results of your actions. And then some of you, it's like, you know you're going through a change. Don't get me wrong. Like, y'all, I used to record music. I used to be like in the party scene a lot when I was younger. Like, when I like switched over, like, honestly, ego death, it was really weird. Like, when I like first went through my social media page and I had to like delete all my pictures and stuff, my videos, like little thrillers or trillers, I don't even remember what the hell it's called anymore, of me like in my music, like it felt weird. It felt like I was just deleting a version of myself. It was weird. It can be actually very uncomforting. But I would get the little okay hood Miss Cleo and all little jokes and stuff like that. I knew, and then you have to think, like, not only am I going through a spiritual awakening, so I'm not really resonating with my friends or resonating with the things that I used to resonate with anymore, but I'm also found my calling and my passion, which is not I don't know anybody like personally, like in my personal day-to-day life. By the grace of God, there's YouTube, so I can see a community of other women and men who do divination work and work with tarot and tarot cards and oracle cards and things of that nature. So, that's nice to have that outlet. But in my day-to-day, my personal life, I know nobody who does what I do. So it was very challenging for me to be like, hey, this is what I do. Some people are like, what the hell is a light worker, a spiritual advisor? Okay. What? I have some people who look at me like I'm demonic or like what I do is demonic or satanic. Like, this comes with the territory. But your spirit guides are saying you don't, like, for some of you're changing, you shedding your old skin. It's like you're feeling a certain way because you feel like people are going to look at you like you're different. Who fucking cares? Quite frankly, that's like that saying, it's lonely at the top. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I had some times where I kind of lost a lot, mass majority of my friends. I never really had a bunch of friends anyway, y'all, I'm gonna be honest. I've always been a real small circle kind of girl. But, yeah, like, a lot of stuff changed for me. Yeah, a lot of stuff had changed, and like quite frankly, that's just what you're going through right now. But that's what your soul signed up for. You just don't know that. You may not remember, but you signed up for this. I promise you did. You signed up for it. Embrace it. And quite frankly, maybe in a past life you were this wise one. You are somebody who has really like duality in its greatest form. You have balanced your shadow and your light side. You have been through the darkest of the darkest times and still been able to keep your light balanced. And then you take all of the things that you've been through and you share them to help and guide others. For some of you, this is your calling. Oh yeah, and what I wanted to say is, yeah, you may lose a lot of friends, and there may be a bunch of people, like maybe your circle prior to your awakening, because you just outgrow people. It's a part of life, bro. I am not the no new friends, no new friends, no new friends. I'm not her. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not. Or you gotta stick with your A1s, your A1 day ones. I don't always believe that either. Sometimes you outgrow people. Sometimes you raise your vibration outside of certain people's frequency. The thing that brings chemistry is energy. So if we're vibrating at the same, at somewhere around the same frequency, then we can coexist. But if my vibration is raising and yours is down here, we have nothing to bind us together. You can absolutely evolve and ascend outside of a particular timeline. And that's what it looks like, collective. And yes, you'll lose friends, but then you end up meeting your soul tribe. Like, I promise you, the universe ends up connecting you with other souls who are into what you're into and really do get you and recognize you on a soul level. One more from this deck, Spirit. If something deep within you tells you that something is not quite right, trust it. If you are unhappy in your life, change something. It is entirely up to you. Stop making excuses. You are in control of your own life. And for some of you, the unhappiness has a lot to do with the fact that your soul is unhappy. Like you may not even have something specific to identify what makes you unhappy, and it's because the unhappiness it's not on a conscious level. It's your soul that's unhappy. All right, let me pull a few angel numbers too, and then I'll really close it out. I gotta wrap it up because hold on, y'all. I gotta pause it, then I'll do angel numbers. Divine Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, cosmic family, the brightest love, light, healing, prosperity, and protection. Please give me clear and accurate messages for the collective. What is it that their divine ancestors want them to hear and know the most at this time? What is it that their divine ancestors and spirit guides want them to hear and know the most at this time to close out this reading? $19.19, and the one that fell on the floor is $9.99. $99.99. Okay, y'all. So these numbers may be significant. You may be seeing nines a lot, cycles, and lesson learned. So 1919 is cycles. It says karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for new experiences. Yeah. Yeah. It's time. It's literally time to make some changes. We're not doing anything how we were doing it before. The universe, your spirit guides want you to shed old skin because, quite frankly, whatever version that you're shedding off is no longer serving you. It's not going to bring you any abundance. 99.99 lessons learned. So we have cycles, karma, and then we have lesson learned. Yeah, you're some of you are waking up to this. Some of you, this is just confirmation that I'm giving you. I'm not actually giving you advice of what you need to do in this situation. You're already doing it, and this is the confirmation of that. But anyway, it says take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to remain optimistic, not optimism. Oh, shut up, y'all. It says maintain optimism. Shut up. Whatever. What? So anyway, it says take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive towards your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the power of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. I'm gonna pull one more. I did 3 universe, and I want to do 3 angels. Oh, 550. It says the eye candy. It says get some fresh air or call some of your pals over. Take a look around you. There is so much natural beauty waiting to be discovered. Either you will soon become involved in an exciting new project or you will go out on a date. Put your charisma to use everywhere. Spread your charm around. All right, collective, this has been your message. If this at all resonated, please like, comment, subscribe. It's just a beautiful way to energetically donate back to my channel. But until next time, I love you all so much. And